For anyone who grew up watching the cinematic wizarding world, the story has just expanded. A blonde wizard in dark robes is stepping out of the shadows as Tom Felton returns to the role of Draco Malfoy. It has been exactly a decade and a half since Felton last appeared on screen as the conflicted Slytherin student. His return is centered in New York City, where he is joining the Broadway cast of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. This 19-week engagement at the Lyric Theater offers a specific limited window of live stage performances. What was once a firmly closed chapter in cinema history is suddenly an active, real-time performance. Fans have a rare opportunity to watch an actor physically re-engage with a role they thought he had retired. The Draco we remember was the ultimate schoolyard antagonist. He existed to constantly test and provoke the story's dark-haired, bespectacled hero. Underneath the sneers and the bullying, his psychology was entirely built on inherited prejudice and intense, often suffocating, parental pressure. While the main trio of heroes found strength in their chosen family and united front, Draco was increasingly isolated. His identity was primarily defined by who he stood against, rather than who he stood with. That specific, frantic teenage struggle reached a definitive end during the final battles of the original series. To look at Draco now requires abandoning the context of a schoolboy rivalry. It demands viewing him as an adult who finally has to make choices on his own terms. There is a distinct biological reality to this casting. When Tom Felton steps onto the stage, he will be the exact same age that Draco Malfoy is written to be in the script. The play itself picks up 19 years after the original story concluded. The narrative shifts away from surviving a war and following dark orders, focusing instead on the grueling work of breaking generational cycles. The adult Draco is forced into a reluctant vulnerability. He has to navigate the messy, demanding realities of raising a son who carries the weight of a heavy family legacy. Having the actor age alongside the character creates a genuine physical and emotional anchor. The lines about aging and parenthood carry weight because they reflect a parallel timeline between the performer and the fictional wizard. This production also marks Tom Felton's official debut on Broadway. Integrating into the New York theater district requires intense stamina. A live, multi-week run demands a nightly physical and vocal consistency that film acting rarely requires. Producers Sonia Friedman and Colin Callender highlighted Felton's ability to shape Draco as a nuanced portrait of internal conflict, expressing that they wanted him to bring that same depth and humanity to the character's adulthood on stage. Taking a character born from a global film franchise and placing him onto a legendary stage bridges the gap between pop culture nostalgia and disciplined theatrical artistry. Watching a childhood rival struggle with the very real anxieties of parenting allows an entire generation of fans to process their own transition into adulthood. Due to heavy demand, Felton's run has been extended until November 1st, 2026, but that still leaves a strict deadline to see him in the role. This timeline shows the 3 specific ticketing tiers you need to navigate. To qualify for the very first presale on June 10th, you have to sign up on the play's official website before 5:59 p.m. Eastern Time on June 9th. If you miss that, the second tier is for Harry Potter fan club members. Registering by the end of the day on June 10th secures a direct link for the ticket drop on June 11th. The final block on our timeline is the general public sale, which begins on Thursday, June 12th at exactly 11 a.m. Eastern. The chance to sit in a live audience and watch an actor physically close the loop on a character he started 20 years ago is ticking down.